Alright, look, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. I'm looking a little crazy, I know. Yeah. Alright, so yesterday wasn't able to do the call, but I hope y'all don't think I was not gonna do my live this week. Especially after that live last week, speaking on discipline and doing shit no matter what. You know what I mean? Because that was the factor in the third circle, if you all remember. And if you don't, hit me up. I'll get you that video. Haha. You know, I have it in my groups. And it's just, I see it now and I'm like, well, maybe I came off a little harsh. I even had, you know, 2 people approach me about it. One that actually I was highly surprised that he would say that. He was just like, yo, like, I don't know, man. Like, it didn't, like, I feel like you were calling me out. And I'm like, oh, if you start feeling that call out feeling, that isn't me. Yes, the intention of last week was to wake people up to like, yo, what are we doing here? Like, are we engaging? Are we actually taking other steps? Are we doing what we said we would do? And the result wasn't what I expected. Truthfully speaking, it wasn't like I thought that would be that, because that would get under my skin. That would get me like, yo, you know what? Holy shit, he's right. Like, do I not care about my own goals as much as others should? And it didn't translate that way. Nah, it didn't. But I can't go off course. I still have to engage. I still have to hold up my end of the deal, because this is bigger than 8 people, bigger than 10, 20, 30. This is like through the fucking roof big. This is like legacy big. This is like, yo, I'm one-arm hand right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a lot better, just so y'all know. I don't want no pity at all. Nights are tough. It's difficult to sleep, correct? It's difficult to do a lot of things. It's painful when I'm out of this sling, because I'm actually, they took the sling off. They took this big thing that I had here off. The stitches, you know, putting the stuff in it. But I'm not also hopping on pills all the time. Like, yeah, the first 2 nights I was like, F this, man. They gave me perks. I gotta pop these perks to fight this pain. And then I was like, yo, you know what, man? Take some pain, dude. Take some pain. Life is about pain, correct? Pain equals growth, right? I said it, I have to abide by that. So I did it. So update on that. Surgery went well. I have my checkup like in the next 2 weeks or so. So I don't know what the next process is. As they say, you know, minimum 2 months of recouping. And when it comes, it comes. Like, I'm not, you know, going all crazy. In the meantime, plugging in, doing what I said I would do, which is continuing with my online businesses, continuing with this coaching aspect, continuing with these videos, just keep the ball rolling. Momentum is popping. And speaking about momentum popping, I spoke before about actually taking that initial step and how everything falls in. And you've heard this shit before. It's nothing new. It's not like I made this up. We've all heard it, right? But now I'm seeing it in action. Because prior years where I would have given up, like my little cousin Diego hit me up and he was we were talking in a group chat. And he's like, yo, like, why do you think before you would fall off? And I told him, I was like, because I'm not getting the engagement that I would hope for, correct? I would look at it like that's a failure on my part. But no, my message is clear. My tactics are clear. What I'm here for is clear. My vision is set on something bigger than the now. So it's allowed me to know this is part of the process. That pain is part of the growth. And he hit me with another question. He's like, yo, I don't want to offend you. I know you have a paid group as well. But why would somebody pay you when you haven't gotten the results? And I was like, bingo, beautiful question. And you're not off by asking that. Hence why I have the website, watchmemakeit.com. It's all, I'm telling people, join me in this process. I'm actively doing these things. Like, first time actually sticking it out. It's not like I'm over here telling you I've done it. I've never, ever put that message across. From the gate, from the jump, it's been, yo, I'm with you. Like, I'm taking the same steps. Hence why I'm able to say, yo, come on. Like, I know what the side of failure is on this end. I also, because of who I've learned this from, the group of people that I've absorbed this from, and measuring their success in many ways across the field, not financially alone, not like, oh, well, they got millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, like, overall, they're just people I would wish to be like. They're people that have parts of the 4 pillars that I dream of. And they have such a, not a balance, because balance is almost impossible. That's the honest truth. But trying to maintain a balance is what makes us move forward. So I've seen the results firsthand. Like, hell, like, know these people. This isn't like some shit like, oh, wait, I read it in a book and it sounds fancy. Like, no, you know what I mean? These are mentors that I've had. These are people that have been mentored by my friends. Like, my friends have been mentored by me. And I've seen their growth, and I've seen different things, and I collect. I'm a collector of knowledge. I'm a collector of thoughts, collector of processes. I believe that that's what has led to my gift, to be able to connect with so many people that I don't just hear shit and it's like, oh man, cool idea, man. I internalize a lot. That is a gift. That is connected to the higher power. You understand? To the universal truth. So yeah, that is something I wanted to let everybody know. Like, this is not easy. I've said it, and I repeat it over and over because that has to be repeated. This is not easy. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy undertaking whatsoever. For me to say that would be asinine. Like, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Even if all right, my spiritual peace pillar. Just this past Saturday, October 27th, was the 5-year anniversary of when I had my spiritual peace awakening, right? Where my faith became so strong that it hasn't faltered since. I've gone through things, you know, I've questioned things because that's human nature, but never to the point where it's like, you don't exist, leave me alone. Like, I was at that point prior. I was at that point at one time where it was like, I wasn't seeking God's permission. I wasn't asking him for advice. And that may sound crazy to some of you, but believe me, when you start doing that, a lot of things pan out differently. And I wasn't doing that at that time. That was October 27th, 2013 at 5:19 a.m. when it was like, poof. And God stopped me. God woke me up. He shook me out of a horrible year. There was death in the family in that year, breakups. My heart was broken. Like, things fell apart, depression. I couldn't go to the gym no more. I had my appendix removed. It was so many scopes to that time. And just 5 years ago, like I said, Saturday was a 5-year anniversary, October 27, 2013, 5:19 a.m. I was woken up. It was so scary at that moment. But it was my defining moment. And I spoke about that, I think, on call 2. I think it was session 2. Or session 3. I don't know. We'll go over it again at another time. But that was my defining moment, you know. And I look at it now, and there's something about blessings when progressing. And it's what's happened to me this week. So as I started this journey, really focused and honed in on what it was that I feel my purpose is and what motivates me to go forward and keep going on. A lot of things have fallen into place as I've maintained that discipline of not veering off of the path. Like, once I set this path and I've put it in writing, I've mentioned that so many times, how important it is to keep journals, to put things in writing, creating a vision board, things that seem like hokey pokey, like, oh, okay, Johnny, that's fun. They are so powerful when you put it in words. I don't know if, you know, I'm not a Bible guy, quote unquote, but I have read the Bible many a time, but I can't, like, off the top of my head quote scripture. But I know Habakkuk 2:2 speaks on that, about put it in writing into a scripture and it'll become truth. Something of that nature. Go read it yourself. I'm not going to butcher it and say some shit that's not right. But yeah, so it's so important to move forward. And I say that because once you start taking action, God and the universe will align to make things happen for you. Whereas supposedly you're always thinking things are happening to you. You've heard this before, you're going to hear it again. They're happening for you. Everything happens for you. There is no excuse. There's no reason. There's no one to blame outside of you. Whatever has resonated, whatever has come about in your life has been a choice, has been a decision. Johnny is in this seat right now. Johnny's in this condition right now. Johnny is in this position right now because of choices. No matter how small, no matter how big, they've all been my choices. My arm is in the sling. Ding, 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 ding. Because of choices. Even a choice in time to leave the house. And that may suck to some people. They'll be like, so you're telling me if I get in a car accident and my head is decapitated, like that's my fault? Once, it may sound extreme, but once you start taking that kind of responsibility for things that happen in your life, you'll see a totally different side of life. It won't hit you the same way anymore. It just won't. And that's why I say there's blessings when progressing. Saturday, I decided, that same day, October 27th, you know, I was good. I was in my zone. I'm like, yo, I'm alive. I'm alive. 5 years ago today, I had my awakening. Penelope's with me. I love it. Life is good. You know, I said, damn, you know, let me get some Tony Robbins in my life. I never watched that special on Netflix, I'm Not Your Guru, right? But I decided that day, let me watch I'm Not Your Guru, right? I had made a call to Tony Robbins people like 3 or 4 weeks prior to that. And when he told me the price of going to this thing, I'm like, damn, I'm in a position right now where I can't do this. But throw it into the ether. I'm like, you know, there's still books I could read by him. I got books of his. I could see different speeches he's made. I could see things on YouTube. I could see TED Talks. Many different things can take me into his spectrum until I can afford to go to one of his personal events. Whatever. So my sister and I, Heidi, were watching it. And I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, it's a big shit coming in December in Florida. And I was like, oh, let's see if there's anything in New York. And I'm like, seeing. They was like, yo, November 8th through 11th, he's going to be in the New York area. I'm like, yo, it's like $800, but it's 4 freaking days. It's like the 8th to 11th. And I'm telling her, she goes, yo, listen, I would be totally down. I would have been with it had it not been that I have cases scheduled that day. So it's kind of, so by her saying she can't go either, I left it there, like, you know, whatever. Kept watching the movie. You know, her and I got into a deep conversation about certain family members and how, like it or not, it may hurt. And it hurts her when I say certain things because she knows it's truth. It hurts me when she says certain things because we know we keep it funky 100% with one another. My sister is the best ever. Nobody's sister compares, hands down. All right? And our relationship has been like that. Maybe hurtful at times, but it's because we're so honest with one another. And we're talking about family members, and she's like, yeah, but, you know, you got to look at it this way. I'm like, nah, I'm looking at it the way it is. Like, your brother is in his position right now, me, because of choices I've made. What's to lead you to believe that those people aren't in their position because of choices they made, right? Whatever. Long story short. Yesterday, my comadre, Audrey, decides to call me out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, did you put into the ether, or she put into the universe that you wanted to go to seminars? Something I'm like, yeah. Why? She's like, well, you know, I'm in a Tony Robbins program, da-da-da-da-da. She's going over stuff. She's like, and I have tickets. I have a ticket for you, actually, to go to, he's having this Unleash the Power Within thing in Jersey by the Prudential Center in 2 weeks. She's like, and I have a ticket for you. I'm like, are you fucking playing games with me, man? Is this a trick? Like, is this one of those, like, oh, but you got to sign up for this? And she's like, no, like, what are you talking about? You know, it's me. Like, it's a free ticket. I'm like, that's just $800. She's like, I know, and I got you the ticket. It's there. If you want it, you can take it. All you gotta do is pay for your hotel, whatever. I was like, yo, this is so crazy. I tell her, Heidi and I were literally speaking about this just a couple of days ago, and she's like, that's perfect. Da 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 da. I was like, well, first let me just see like what, you know, hotel prices are. And as I'm looking through my phone, you know, mommy's there. She heard, she's like, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean hotel? Fuck hotel prices. Pay what it is to be there. Like, God put that in your direction. Why would you try to go find whatever? Fuck the price. Go do it. You're not paying the $800 for the ticket. You could take that money and splurge it on the hotel. But I was just like, yo, that's why I love my mama. Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you something. That's another thing, man. And I'll say it over and over again. There's going to be people that support you and there are people that believe in you. There's 2 different things. I'm going to speak about this somewhere else, but support you, that's cool. People can support you and still think you're a fucking idiot. They can still be like, este tipo con esta maldita idea. Este tipo siempre tiene idea. ¿Qué tal este tipo? Like, you know, he always got something new up his sleeve, guy. Come on. But they support you. Like, You got it. High five, man. Or you're going through a tough time. They'll be like, oh, man, don't worry about it. You could do it. You could do it. But they don't believe in you. Then you got people that believe in you no matter what. They believe in you no matter what. And that is my mother and a couple of... Like, I'm blessed. There's people that can't count that shit on half a hand. Like, they can't even be like, oh, well, this person believe me. I got this hand and the hand that don't work right now. Over that believe in me. Believe in me. Believe in my gifts. Believe in who Johnny is. Seek those people out in your life. Find out, narrow the shit down, nourish that relationship because they'll nourish your relationship with yourself, right? With you, which is the main relationship that matters. But those people that believe in you, not people that support you. Support is all awesome and shit, but people that believe in you, that's a gift. Now it leads me to my next point. The point of this is, it's titled, Keep Going, Keep Growing. I speak on it many a time. I tell people all the time, like, you have to read books. And a lot of times I get the kickback of, well, something that doesn't read a book at all, and he's super duper rich. And I'm like, that's all cool, but really look at that person's life and really dig deep into your values. Now, if your main value is monetary, you got to start, like, start really questioning a lot of things. But if let's just say it is. If you look at that person's life and you see that that guy owns 2 businesses, 3 businesses, works about 60 to 80 hours a week, and yeah, he has his 2, 3, or 4 vacations during the year, but they're just always around the clock churning it out, that's not quality of life to me. But if that is to you and it pays for your Maserati and your popping whip and whatever it is that makes you happy, by all means. But generally, from what I have seen, the type of people that have the success that I desire, which includes time freedom, which includes peace, right? Which includes great familial and relationships, period. Generally are readers. They're generally readers. High amount of them. Wealthiest man, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, those type of people, they're fucking readers. They read a lot, by the way. Don't underestimate the power of reading. I'm going to talk about... Oh, I gotta show you guys. So let me tell you something. This is why... Again, wait. This is with the keep going, keep growing aspect. So, mind you, I can't write with my right hand, right? At the moment. I'll be all right in about a couple days. The next day after my operation, I had a choice. I had my reflections journal in front of me. I had a choice. I could have been like, you know what, though? When my arm is good, I'll be all right. I'll start writing back. And I felt it. I felt it inside. Like, yo, just relax, man. Why you being so tough on yourself, man? It's another thing, man. You fall off your morning routine, don't worry. But keep at it, right? So let's do it. I'm not sure if you can see that. But you see that horrendous murderer chicken scratch shit? Yeah, you guessed it. That was me writing with my left. Every single day, even if it's short, I made sure to continue the discipline of writing, doing my morning routine, minus obviously the push-ups and the squats, because I'm not gonna put myself in a position where this ain't gonna work for the rest of my life. You're like, ooh, squats on your legs. Yeah, but it's full body motion, chief. That's why those are such important exercises. And just, I talk it because I live it. It's not bullshit. It's facts, man. Like, I have a responsibility to everyone now, right? That's another thing about accountability under the discipline tree, making it a reality. I'm accountable because of these videos, because of the shit I've been talking lately. It holds me accountable. I have to do these things. Not that I want to, I have to do these things, right? Winners. So briefly, let's talk about what I believe are 3 main books you need to read. Whatever the heck you're reading outside of this right now, you can either put it aside or do whatever you want. But make sure you get your ass into these books, preferably before the new year comes, right? The first book holds on a lot of shit that I've been talking about positive thinking, and it's Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking. Now, this is not just The Power of Positive Thinking. This is 3 books in one. If you're looking at it like, what the fuzz nut, man? I'm so dipping in the Bible, boy. It's because of that aspect that these are 3 books in one. It's The Power of Positive Thinking, The Positive Principle Today, and Enthusiasm Makes the Difference. I will not lie to you. I've read The Power of Positive Thinking and Enthusiasm Makes the Difference. I have not touched The Positive Principle Today. But I have to get to it, being that I do have it, and I have had it, and it's in here. I bought the book used. It even came with like a cool, old school ass Garfield, fucking, like the vintage Garfield, 1978, buddy. It's a vintage Garfield bookmark. Had a little tassel on top. Like, come on, guys. You ain't gonna get that anywhere else. So I like buying used books. They even highlight it in certain things. But this is the essential book to have, to start with, especially because a lot of us assume that we do have positive mindsets, and yeah, I don't have negativity in my mind, man. I'm always gonna win. Like, nah. If you in any way hate on something, like, I understand for like joke purposes, like, come on, man, look at the sneakers, son. Like, that's cool, that's having fun. But if you hate on someone's success, if you hate on someone's joy and happiness, especially if they've gotten it in a real solid way, like, there's something deeply wrong with you. And that's why you have to feed yourself continually, day by day. Look up Garen Jones. He was on Impact Theory. Very inspiring dude. He does like the Herbalife stuff, so I don't really F with that stuff. But very, very inspiring, man. And he talks about his story from always wanting to be a superhero and following his childhood dreams. He speaks on how when he left high school, people were like, oh, so what are you planning on doing? And a lot of people had these different careers in their head. And he's just like, I'm going to be a superhero, man. I'm going to have the abs. I'm going to help people and all that stuff. And everybody looked at him like he was bugging. Like come on, man. Like, you're a grown-ass man. What are you talking about? You're going to be a superhero. And he continued with that dream. Ended up doing modeling. He was a model. His poster was in Times Square. All this shit. Everything amazing, going great for him. He decides to move like some bricks across like a France borderline or something like that. He had a daughter just born, and he needed money. He was doing it on his 8th trip, I believe he says. He got caught up. They sentenced him to like 12 years in prison, I think it was. Maybe 14. I don't remember the story. And while in there, he saw Shawshank Redemption, and the guy goes, they can imprison my body, but they can't imprison my mind. I'm free up here. And that, then somebody from the consulate actually knew that he was an avid reader. He was reading everything in sight, Agatha Christie, all these inspiring books and imagination books and all that stuff. And they, hey, you might like this book. They give him The Power of Positive Thinking. He starts reading this book, and it shifted his whole mindset. And by him doing that, it shifted the mindset of everybody incarcerated with him. Everything changed. And that goes to show why it's so important. I'm speaking later on in the video about who the closest people you keep to you are. I don't know if many of you are familiar with mirror neurons, how that operates. There's a scientist, neuroscientist, I forgot his name. I'll look it up on the computer afterward and probably put it in the group for the links. But we mirror without even knowing everything we see, everything we come in contact with. That's why it's so important. And they were talking about like kids with violent video games. I never saw important. It's like, yeah, big deal. But the built-up aggression and all these different things that happen because of that. And it's just so important of who you keep around you, because that can determine a lot in your life. So by him being so positive, he affected the people around him in that jail. Stabbings went down, arguments went down, guys would actually get together and read, like a bunch of shit started happening. I'm not going to get too deep into it. Just do yourself a huge favor. If you want the audiobook, get the audiobook. Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. This shit is like over 100 years old, I believe, or close to it. He was like before everybody, before freaking Napoleon Hill was talking about it. He's not before Wallace Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich. That's actually, when I have an audiobook, that's an amazing story. But very important book. This one deals obviously with the mental emotional aspect. Bear with me, guys. I got one arm working over here, the other one in a sling. Second one I want to dig deep into. This one is, I had this conversation with Isha actually. And this one's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Many of you are familiar with it. Many of you are familiar with T. Harv Eker. This shit right here. This shit right here. You see all the ear tags I have. Like, I've read this book. Well, I've read it twice and heard it twice, so 4 times. You know, I have the audio book, I have the actual book, and it's just, it'll help you a lot with your money relationships. It'll help you a lot with how you relate and how you bring in abundance into your life. We don't realize it, but a lot of us have a bad money story. I have a horrible money story. And you learn it a lot of times viewing your parents, viewing your family, your friends. And it sucks that we're programmed this way and no one stops to say, yo, let's reprogram this. Let's try to help you out. No one does it, right? So we have to do it. We have to take our growth into our own hands. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I actually created a cool-ass Google Sheet on how to do the savings tactic that he tells you about having jars. I just have separate accounts, so this works easier for me. That one is going to be a separate call in and of itself. I know a lot of you are really into the whole financial aspect. This is for financial peace. All right, financial peace. Do yourself a favor. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. There really are no secrets. It's really practical shit that we can start implementing. It goes into your affirmations. It goes into your mindset. It goes into the things you tell yourself on a daily basis. I had this issue with the crash and you know, waiting on disability payments, all this stuff, right? But by reading daily affirmations, especially about money and how money is abundant and it's everywhere and it continues to come to me, little by little, people that have owed me money for years have popped up out of nowhere. It's just the most amazing thing ever. Like, little by little, little things start to happen. And it's by, again, moving forward. Moving forward. Forward is the only way, guys. Blessings when progressing. That's just how it operates. T. Harv Eker, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Read it if you have an audio book. And do whatever you got to do, man. Just stop being a more home. Now, this one, it's a little different. As the original was probably the book that I think people need to read the most. You just have to. You just have to. It also deals with mindset, but it also deals with finance at the same time. Because it's getting your mind out of the belief that whatever that is given to you is the only thing you can take. There's a lot out there. You have a gift. You have something about you. Even if you like to, I don't know, fucking glue toothpicks together and make baseball signs, right, for the best teams in the MLB. I don't know what your talent is or what your joy is, what your hobby is, but it's out there. And the book that originally opened me up to all this was Gary Vaynerchuk's Crush It. As you all know, he's updated it with the book Crushing It, and it shows people that have taken Crush It to the next level. That to me is a third must read. I have the audio book. I have the actual book. I think it behooves you to just grab it, pick it up, dig deep into it. It'll show you what options are really out there for people that want it. For people that say, I'm taking this shit. I'm not sitting back. Right? And it'll open your mind up, because a lot of times we'll have ideas of what we assume is our hobby, what we assume flares us up. Like with me, it was music, right? With a lot of people, it's drawing, it's painting, it's graphic arts, it's fucking doing push-ups backwards. I don't know what you do, right? Or it's even talking like this. This to me is my gift, right? It's my true passion. But we don't know how to monetize it, or that the ability is out there. But if we set up the right disciplinary action to just push it out there, especially in this social media age, especially with this shit. Look, this phone right here, me doing these videos. Like, when in history would I have been able to weekly get on here, record videos, save it, put it on my YouTube, create a group of like-minded individuals? When in history would I have had that without having to step out of the house? My arm's in a sling. My arm is in a sling. I'm going to keep repeating it, right? It makes it a lot more difficult to do things like driving and whatever, right? In history, if I had to go to meetings and do stuff and speak on stage, it would be a lot more difficult. Now, I'm making videos from home. On a phone, B. This is not even a camera. Like, it's not even like a professional camera anymore, right? It's a phone. And that's what Crushing It will open your mind up to. It's Crushing It. How great entrepreneurs build their business and influence, and how you can too, right? Nice pitch. But it's true. It's 100,000,000,006% true, right? We all have that capability now. A book I want to speak on for me personally, I'm gonna grab it right now. It's over there on my bookshelf. You see my bookshelf? I stay loaded, baby. You know what it is. Yeah. All right. So keto is like the big craze for everybody right now. Yada yada yada. But I looked into it years and years and years ago. I remember even reading the Primal Blueprint and all that stuff. And paleo is, to me, kind of the way to go. And this guy, to me, is one of like the godfathers behind the whole movement of eating like our ancestors. Arthur Devaney. This would be into the physical aspect, right? Physical has to do with your health. So it's called the Devaney diet. It's actually called the Evolutionary Diet. This was the original book, and then they reprinted it about a year later and took his name off to make it more like what it is. It is an evolutionary diet. It's what I live by now. So I'm not 100% keto. I'm not 100% paleo. I do enjoy beer, which is totally not around 150,000 years ago, correct? I enjoy once in a while having a tres leche and some shit like in a family event or pastelito. Like, I ain't gonna be there like, yo, right now it's Puerto Rican season. The pasteles come out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give that up for anybody. Like, heck no. Like, there are certain pleasures and certain technology and certain ideas that came to people's minds in history to learn how to use grains and whatnot so that they can make awesome-ass food, right? But for the most part, we go back into the Pareto law, 80-20 rule, right? 80-20, I do more 90-10 and sometimes 70-30, but for the most part, I stick to this. I stick to eating how ancestors ate and whatnot. It's kept me in great shape. It's kept me in great spirits. It's kept me mind far gone. And the intermittent fasting aspect is so huge. So that'll be the physical part of it. Last but not least, I don't know what you want to do or how you want to do it. Again, everybody has their own spiritual path, especially depending on religion, depending if you believe in Christ, if you believe in Buddha, if you believe in Muhammad, if you believe that it was only Yahweh and nothing else happened after that. Cool. Or if you just believe in Scientology. Yo, great document to watch. Anyway, documentary to watch on what is his name? L. Rod Hubbard. Holy shit, man. Best con artist of all time. Sorry, man. Sorry if you're in Scientology. It's hilarious. But my book of choice, especially going now into the new season, I'm gonna go and create actually a separate movement starting November 26th, I believe, for the last 40 days of the year. Once you heard 40, a lot of you know what I'm speaking of, and that is the purpose-driven life. Now, the purpose-driven life is my spiritual peace pillar book because it always guides me back to my God of choice, Jesus Christo, you know what I'm saying? So I prefer this book. Again, if you are, I'm also reading another book. It's called Living Buddha, Living Christ. Amazing book. You understand? A lot. And I don't want to get into religion and none of that shit. I'm a believer of God and Jesus Christo. But a lot of our beliefs are all tied into the same thing. A lot of them are. We don't see it that way. We're always like, my religion is better and I'm going to chop your head off and kill your whole village. Guys, it's only one God. Whatever you call him, it, you know, you want to believe in the universe, it makes you happy, go right ahead. I ain't knocking anybody. As long as you're finding some way to just morally stay intact and go about your business, I think you're rewarded by the higher power, regardless of how you got there. I know that's not very popular to say amongst my religion, which is Catholics. Like, they probably want to burn me at the stake for saying some shit like that. But I don't know, man. I kind of have talks with God, and he speaks to me in my spirit, and I have my own beliefs, as well as I do believe in a lot of the Christian faith and how we operate. But I also have other ideas as to what can help us progress. But that's neither here nor there. Anybody interested watching this video, Again, I'm going to probably launch November 26th. It's going to be a daily group. It's going to be something totally different from that. And it's going to be based off this. Many people have done it. Many people still do it. I don't give two shits what anybody does. This is my perspective, my take, my third time going through the purpose-driven life. Anybody interested in that? Cool. So, enough with the books. Enough with the books. Yeah, man, really, I wanna beat it again. Do the wave, man. The word, accomplishments, and vision list. I'm gonna beat it over and over again. I just think a lot of people need to really jump on that. You gotta understand, we have one purpose on this earth. One purpose on this earth. We are not here to sit around and be idiots and just have fun and do the stupidest shit ever. Like, cool. We are here to continually grow. If you notice, most of the people that do get lost in that life end up, they have probably way more fun than anybody does for that little short period. I'm not gonna lie. People like, yo, I'd rather go 5 years than 40 years of regular living. Yo, miss me on that shit. I'd rather 40 years of regular living, being at peace with myself, being at peace with people, just enjoying, loving and stuff, than wilding out for that short time. That's just me. Maybe I'm boring. I don't know. You make your decision. I make mine. But our only purpose here is to grow, man. Grow. That's why, you know, whoever or whatever is influencing us is so important. And that's an exercise I want to jump into. I'm going to do it before the end of this. So let's talk about it right now, and I'll repeat it at the end of the call. But this week, sit down and really survey your life, right? Survey your surroundings. Survey the people you are constantly in contact with. 4. I'm not doing the whole 5 number like everybody else. No, 4. Look at the 4 closest people you have relationships with. And I'm not even talking about, you don't even have to be loving related. You can hate this person. But if you interact with this person often enough during the week and they influence any of your decisions, that person is one of your 4 main influencers. They are. All right. So look at the 4 main influences you have in your life. The 4 people close to you, the people you speak to the most, interact with the most. I don't care if it's a coworker, and for 8 hours a day you guys stare at each other's face and you go over numbers, but you really don't have any other relationship outside of that. You do, because that person is one of the 4 main people in your life. You're gonna write these people down. Write their names down. Really take time with this. See who you really spend the most time with. Because you may be like, yo, but the person I spend the most time with is my wife. We both get home from work at 3 and we go to sleep like at 11. So we have all that time together. But you're living in the same house and barely interacting. You're stuck on your fucking phone talking to your boys in your group chat, right? So they're actually the people you spend the most time with. You're spending physical time with your wife, but you're spending more mental time, like the real time where influence kicks in with your friends or whoever it is you interact with, right? Or the TV. If you like watching fucking shows all day, I don't know, some people are weird, man. Here's what it is. Write those people down, right? Write those people down and ask yourself, are they a success for what you deem a success? Because again, I don't believe success is mainly just a monetary thing. I firmly believe success has to do with many other factors, which include, again, let's go over it, guys, physical peace, financial peace, there you go, the monetary aspect, spiritual peace, and mental emotional peace. So if your thing is, you think that success to you is having a happy family, right? Like being the head of a household, you know, like being the wife with the perfect husband and the 2 kids and your kids and just having that coercion, like everybody just happy, right? If you really firmly believe that is success, look at the 4 people closest to you and measure them out on a scale of 1 to 10 on how successful they are in their relationships. Whether it be what you want, the family relationship, the husband-wife relationship, I don't care what it is. Measure them out. Put them to the test on paper. That's the task for this week. And once you do, you have to look at how many of those people are actual A players? A players meaning, again, it's not about being the top at it, but really, really doing a great job that you deem respectful. Like, you're like, yo, I respect that guy, because respect is everything. Respect is everything. You respect that person on that level, look at them. And this is where it will get a little tough. I've spoken about this before, but you're going to have to, anybody that falls short of that, no matter how much you love them, you don't have to banish them from your life. Again, it could be your husband, all right? You have to interact less with that person. You have to, and then find somebody that can come into that little portion of your life, right? And put them in that spot. And if that is difficult, there's also another tactic, because we do have free time that we don't use correctly. You have to get yourself into seminars, meetups, I don't know, masterminds. Like, listen, if you want to be like certain people and there's a mastermind out there and you're like, yo, but I want to be, Johnny, I want to be around millionaires. I want to be around millionaires. And you're looking at it like, why would millionaires want to be around me though? Like, how are they going to allow me into a mastermind? That shit's like $10,000 to get in there. I don't give two shits. You better start texting that person, DMing that person, emailing them, whatever the fuck you can figure out, and be like, yo, I really want to be part of your mastermind. I don't have the $10,000. How can I get in? What can I offer you? Or better yet, instead of asking them what they need, you're following this person. You're obsessed with this person, right? Let's say like a Gary Vaynerchuk. You're obsessed with this person. If you see he really needs fashion consultations, right? So you're looking at him and you're like, yo, Gary got everything in check, but he just dresses funny. Like, I think he can do a better job at getting dressed. DM him every fucking day, nonstop. Yo, I'm a stylist. Even if you're not a stylist, hire a stylist. Hire somebody to teach you what you need to learn. But you want to be close to him, but like, I can get ideas for you and send them over your way. Go on fucking Trendy Butler or whatever that shit is. Copy the style that's there. Start sending him ideas. Like, yo, you should dress like this. This is really popping. This fits your character. Da-da-da-da-da. These are just ideas, right? There's so many ideas, so many ways to get something moving. I'm right now working on getting myself on a radio station. I was having a conversation with Nagy. He was telling me, like, yo, Jay, you need to be on the radio. Like, all my cousins, all of them, my friends, family, are like, why are you not on the radio? You got the voice for it. You got the personality for it. And I've been emailing. I haven't been successful. I'm not going to lie. Hey, listen, I'm not embarrassed. It's just the truth. At least I'm trying something, right? At least I'm doing something. Sorry. I'm just emailing, man. I've been emailing Charlamagne. I've been emailing Joe Budden podcast. I've just been emailing all these people who want to get in that realm. So I'm just going hard. Purple Cups and Champagne, by the way. Check us out. Podcast popping here. So yeah, meetups, seminars, masterminds. Get yourself around people that are doing the shit that you want to do. Yo, there's free stuff out there. You ain't gotta bust your head over it. General Assembly hosts shit all the time. I'm looking at this Rockville Center Toastmasters International. It's like a speaking thing. It's the first and third Thursday of every month. Obviously, this Thursday will be the first. I'm going to pop up there. Listen to people speak, and maybe take the stage. It's free. You're not even charged. You just go up there, talk. Whatever the fuck you want. I'm talking right now. I'm going to do the same thing there in front of them. But that's what I want to do. I want to be a speaker. You know what I'm saying? I am a speaker. How's that? So I'm going to speak. I'm going to take it into my own hands. It's simple. As simple as that is, it's tough to get over the mind block. But once you set up what we did last week, which is the disciplinary action of doing it regardless of what you feel, yo, man, you really got to get your circle right. You got to have people that say, you just go. Like, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed in that aspect. And listen, it hurts. Like, there's certain people. That's another thing. Don't be afraid to be alone, man. Don't be afraid to be alone. If you find that the 4 closest people to you are the only 4 fucking friends you have, right? Yet they are all headed in the polar opposite direction of where you want to go. Little by little, you distance yourself and be alone. Be with yourself. Dig deep into these YouTube videos, into these books. I'm telling you, read a fucking book. It's so important. Read books, biographies, man, on the people that you want to be like. Just dig deep, dig in, and you'll notice how things will start to shift. When you start with your affirmations, when you start telling yourself, I'm a winner, man. All I do is win. Money is coming to me from every end. I don't know how it's happening, but it is. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Yahweh. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yo, shit, I woke up today. Oh, man, that gives me a chance to win again. I just keep winning. I'm breathing. I'm fly. I look good. I feel good. I got to use some of my left arm, even though my right arm ain't working. I'm good. Like, imagine I having both arms working and looking like Jigs when he was playing basketball back in 2002. Like, these things have to, like, really pop into your head. And that's why it's important to have these morning routines and these disciplines. Read these books. You got to remember, man, you will never, ever be the top guy in this world. That should humble the shit out of you. I know a lot of people will do certain things to be the top guy on the block, right? And that makes them happy. You're the top guy on your block, and I don't know, you pushing what? A key every 2 months? Whoop-de-doo, guy. You're doing it, right? Guy 2 blocks up, man, is moving a key a day, daddy. I don't know, it's a horrible example to give you, but you're never the top guy. You're never the top person. That should humble you and lead you to always want to grow, because you'll never get to the top. So there's always growth, right? But you can't let that stop you either. Well, if I'm never going to be like Mark Zuckerberg, then I'm never going to do this fucking internet shit. Like, what? Hey, hold up. Let's go back to the old saying, reach for the moon. If you miss, you're still amongst them stars. Like, you want to be amongst the stars, you want to stay here on Earth. I'm not cool with staying on Earth. I'm not cool with this shit. You can't be cool with it either. Growth is our purpose. By all means necessary. Do it. Survey your people. Survey your groups. Really look at who you're spending time with, what you're spending time on. Remember, mirror neurons. Like, whether we like it or not, our mind is working. I've been using these, and I found one actually on Apple Music, believe it or not. Just look up, put positive thinking audio, right? And it'll come with some cognitive something thing. Yo, it's amazing. Let this shit play day and day. Even if it's hokey pokey. Even if you're like, yo, Johnny, I actually read and that does nothing to you. But you know what it does? A lot more than hearing nothing. A lot more than just waking up to your own bitter thoughts. What's better than waking up and you're hearing this thing saying, I am a champion. I win at everything I do. Every time I put my mind to something, it comes into fruition. So even if I want to have a negative thought in the morning, I'm hearing that shit as soon as my eyes open. As soon as my ears unplug. I'm like, my subconscious mind was taking that shit in all night, right? If you don't believe in that, cool. But in that morning, when I wake up and I'm ready to hate life, I hear that one person telling me that now that I'm a champion. It's over. There is no loser to it. I would like to dig deeper. My meds are starting to kick in, so I'm getting like drowsy as I speak. Thank you all again. By next week, hopefully, I'll be fully sling free and being able to use the whiteboard again. I have some stuff I want to show you guys. We're gonna start getting more exercises now. Month 1 is done. I'm gonna say it again. If you still don't have your wave, that's what I'm calling it. That shit's dope, right? Word, accomplishments, and vision written down. If you still don't have that, why not? Please get on it. Please get on it. I actually might be closing one of my groups down due to inactivity, and I'm really working on because again, as I speak about who you keep around you and what influences you. Not that people should be doing what I say in that group, but if there's no interaction and that fucks with my psyche and my ability to say like, yo, I can't do this, then I'll just, bye guys. You guys don't give a shit. I'm not going to give a shit for you. You crazy? I might just cut the whole shit off because then I don't have that in my mind. Like, damn, but why aren't they engaging? Why isn't this working? Because I'm working on myself right now, right? It was nice of me. It was, it's the God in me. It's the Fiordalisa Collado in me. I'm like my mother and my sister and my brother. Like, we just always want to help people. We want better for everybody around us, sometimes to our own detriment. But I'm trying to sway away from that mentality as well. Because I don't want my own detriment. Penelope's dependent on me, man. Reese is dependent on me. The world is dependent on me to get so many things done. Why would I sit there and just let, like, mommy's dependent on me, man. I just told you that's my #1 fucking believer. Mommy thinks I'm like the greatest shit ever. And she has Heidi ahead of me. Like, to think that I'm even close to Heidi, you gotta be like a mom. That's it. That's the only way I can look at it, because no one with any sane mentality would say that Johnny's close to what Heidi is at this moment. And not to, like, again, base everything off achievement. Just my sister's an amazing human being. But with that said, join me next week. I'll have a lot of good shit coming, man. Now is where this is going to start getting fun. So I want all of you. Oh, whoa. You want? Oh, I thought you were hopping on the call, man. I thought this shit was like Instagram. Anyway, ladies and ugly men, thank you for joining me this week. Any questions, email me, JohnnyHandsome@gmail.com or handsomeisland@gmail.com, or just hit me up anywhere on the internet at Handsome Island, here on Facebook, DM me, don't fucking call me, but text me if you want, you know? So, again, thank you for joining us this week, and, yo, do it, keep going, keep growing, let's fucking get it. Here.